Here we are, GMHQ with the Cincinnati Bengals. This is one of my favorite spots of the draft. I've heard tons of reports, tons of mock drafts trying to get the Bengals to trade out of this pick. That's a terrible idea. There's some options, one, two, or three here. We'll take any one of the three. I ranked them in order. We're going to talk about each one of them. We're going to talk about where we're at as a team. We're going to talk about where our future is. So let's start with the Bengals. Yeah, we got Joe Burrow. Yeah, our future, sky's the limit. That guy is a stud. We could not be more excited that we got to pick him with the #1 pick. We have Zach Taylor. He's got to make or break year. I mean, this is it. I mean, he either shows that he can win some ball games, or we're gonna have to find somebody else. This is the last opportunity. You can't keep saying it's close. It's close. We're fighting with heart. We're fighting. We're fighting. Yeah, I'm not fighting to lose. So he's got to make some. He's got to make some changes here, or got to put us in a position to win. Can't keep losing all these close games. Coaching is going to have to come into play, and you're going to have to be responsible for that. He says all the right things. I mean, we've had some issues with players, some veteran players in the past, but when we're moving into this year, we're going to have some salary cap room. I mean, we got AJ Green might be gone. We got Geno Atkins. We're going to have to make an evaluation on. He's going to have to adjust, at very least, adjust his number. I mean, I would take AJ back. I love AJ. He's great for Cincinnati. He's been great for this team. It's been great for this city. So, but he's going to have to come back in pretty cheap. I mean, numbers, I mean, you've been out for 2 years now. Numbers aren't great, but we'd love to have you on the team. We'd love to keep you as that third wide receiver and keep building. I think you do a 1-year deal and have a great year and then get a big contract. But that remains to be seen. So we'll see where that is. Offensive line, huge. I mean, we can't leave Joe Burrow hanging like that. We've got the quarterback we need. You can't leave him stuck anymore. You got to make some decisions. You've got to put this in place. We can't risk another injury for him. So we got free agency, we got draft. We're going to work on these situations. That is priority #1. Priority #2, though, put pressure on the quarterback. We've had a history of not being able to put pressure on the quarterback, killing our cornerbacks, killing our safeties, killing our linebackers. We've got to put pressure on the quarterback. We can't have another down year like that. So you'll see this in my next evaluation period, and we'll talk about that. The other thing is we're going to need a third wide receiver if AJ's gone. We have to have some more explosive. We're super excited about Boyd and Higgins. I think we've got a 1-2 punch there that undeniable. So we're going to draft for talent. We're looking at best available. And these three options, man, we hit a home run at #5 because we don't need a quarterback. And possibly the first 4 picks are going to be quarterbacks. So we're going to get the pick of the litter. Great spot. Like I said, do not trade the pick. We don't want out of this pick. We're just going to, something is falling to us. Great. And in other drafts, these guys are going to be #1 or 2 picks. I mean, we're in a spot where this is unbelievable. So evaluating first Penei Sewell, I'm going to tell you Anthony Munoz. That's where we're. Those of you know Bengals history. Anthony Munoz, man, maybe the best left tackle ever to play the football game. So we're going to get someone that talented again. If he falls to us, man, we'll do backflips. And he was the #1 lineman coming out of high school, #1 lineman coming out of college, and he's young. He's not even grown up all the way. He was 19 last time he played and was best lineman in college football. Monster, moving people. So we'll put Jonah on the right, put him on the left. We're going to have to pay some money to get some guards in there. And I'm a little concerned. Trey Hopkins tore that ACL. I don't know when he's looking at coming back. So we're going to have to look at all those situations. We've got a huge evaluation period. We'll talk about free agency a little later. Put some videos out once we get a better grip on the free agency market. Number 2, Micah Parsons. I am telling you right now, I am comping Micah Parsons to Lawrence Taylor. You did not mishear what I said. Micah Parsons, Lawrence Taylor. Micah Parsons is got, I don't even know how a guy that big moves that fast, that fluently, tackles that well, pursues. So here's where this comparison's come into play. When Lawrence Taylor was at North Carolina, his junior year, you're talking, he was more a middle linebacker. Until his senior year, they moved him to putting more pressure on the quarterback, more edge, more things you saw from Lawrence Taylor when he was with the New York Giants. His ability to shed blockers and just unrelentlessly get to the quarterback. Start looking at Micah Parsons' tape. Linemen struggle to block him. He just has an innate ability to shed blockers. And if you hear him, listen to him talk, he'll tell you, I'm an edge rusher. And I think people are just missing this right now. I think coming out of Penn State, they put him in the middle linebacker. He was asked to do more of those linebacker type of roles. So I just think people are missing this. I think he is going to come into the NFL and be immediate impact, putting pressure on the quarterback. I think he is going to destroy people. So you're not going to hear much of from anybody else about this until they start really looking at this tape. And if they want to put him at edge, I mean, he's my number 2 guy. I don't know how you skip on him. I mean, Penei Sewell fits a situation where we need with Joe Burrow. But if he's gone, cool. I'll take Parsons all day long. I think he's probably trained this off season, and we've gotten to a situation where we might have the best pass rusher in the NFL soon. I am super high on him. I also think he has the athleticism to get back and play get back in zone, play coverage. He can drop back. I mean, wait till you see his combine numbers. So he's going to be off the charts. So if we have to stay at 2, with number 2 option, Micah Parsons, he needs to be higher on people's draft boards. But like I said, I think 4 quarterbacks should go to the first 4 picks. So we might have a choice between those 2. And the other one is Ja'Marr Chase. I mean, Ja'Marr Chase, the relationship with Joe Burrow, we don't even need to practice. They could probably just go out on the field today and put some 100-yard games in with each other. If you hear Joe Burrow talk about Ja'Marr Chase, he said it's not fair. It was just too easy. He creates separation. He didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to fit it in small windows. He didn't have to do any of that stuff because Ja'Marr Chase just won. He beat his one-on-one matchup. For Joe Burrow, I mean, super accurate quarterback. He's like, man, that's easy. That's taking candy from a baby. I mean, you throw to an open receiver, you get 3 or 4 yards separation. NFL, you start getting a yard or 2 separation. He'll take that all day. I'm sure Joe will be lobbying, hey, why don't you look at Chase? Give me some more weapons. I mean, I think Joe doesn't care how many yards he throws through for, but if Joe could throw for 5,000 yards and be excited, he ultimate competitor. But Ja'Marr Chase, you look at the film, he uses his hands, he plays physical, he has speed, has athleticism, tracks the ball, wins 50-50 balls. You would put Higgins and Ja'Marr Chase on the field. Higgins, a little less athletically gifted, but bigger and taller. Ja'Marr Chase, more athletically gifted and faster and more athletic, but both win 50-50 balls all day long. So Joe, trusting his wide receivers, might throw up more 50-50 balls and give these guys a lot more opportunities. Last year, there was a lot of deep passes Joe Burrow could have completed if we had better 50-50 ball wins at the end of those plays. We had some misplays on the long, deep passes. Our offense, once that deep passes together, we will explode. So we might have an offense that averages 30, 40 points a game. We're going to have to fix the defense. We have some struggles there, and that's where Micah Parsons comes in. So at this point in time, until we get later on this process, these 3 picks, I mean, I am stoked where we are. I think it's one of the best positions in the draft. We're going to get one of the top prospects here just because of the quarterback situation. So we're not going to move. We're going to pick one of these 3. I have them ranked in order of where they're at right now. Like I said, Penei Sewell, I'm he's our Anthony Munoz. Micah Parsons, I am seriously comping him to Lawrence Taylor. If you go back and look at the North Carolina days and where that evolution came from him, I think this evolution will happen for Micah Parsons. He just didn't stick around for that junior year where you just saw the same transition for Lawrence Taylor when he went into his senior year. Then you have Jamar Chase. I mean, he's the number one wide receiver in this draft. I mean, the more people evaluate Devontae Smith, look awesome in all those games, but Jamar Chase is still the number one wide receiver. So we'll look at there. We'll start looking at free agents. Obviously, we're going to build the offensive line. We're going to look at those things, and we're going to kind of move forward from there. But that's where we're at. That's where we've evaluated. So look for some more videos of the future, and we'll see where we're going.